everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the surprise number 6 overall pick of this year's draft, Daniel Jones of the New York Giants, as they take on the third-year man, Mitchell Trubisky, and the NFC North champion, Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the New York Giants. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Ready to get things rocking, the Pro Bowl kicker from the NFC last year, Aldrich Rosas. And off we go from Soldier Field. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. It's Mitchell Trubisky leading out the Chicago Bears here. Loss in Week 9 to Philadelphia, 22-14, a game in which the offense again struggled. Mitchell Trubisky in that game just 10 of 21, no touchdowns, and gosh, he's played in the 6 full games that he's played in, Charles. He hasn't thrown a touchdown pass in 4 of them.
Major surprise to me. I thought the elevation began last year. That Mitchell Trubisky was going to make that progress towards being the quarterback that Chicago expected when they drafted him. I thought for sure this year we would see another jump. Not even close. Just 125 yards through the air against Philadelphia. And, you know, they struggled in the secondary this year. I keep wondering if there's going to be a quarterback change. I thought it might occur at the half against Philly when they were down 19-0. But Matt Nagy, the head coach, stuck with Mitchell Trubisky. He may stick with him the rest of the year, hoping they can turn the corner.
From the 30 on second down, Trubisky, he'll find his tight end. That's Ben Braunecker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, if he's got it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Check, 47. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now on second and 13, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. They'll be led out by the rookie, the 6th overall pick back in April out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And as we all know, 2018, the New York Giants used the number 2 overall selection to select this running back, Saquon Barkley, and he did not disappoint. A lot of people thought they should take a quarterback, but when a guy gives you 2,028 yards from scrimmage, the most in the NFL, and not only is he Rookie of the Year, but first-team All-Pro, I think that's a wise draft choice.
On the draw, this is Barkley. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Jones operating from the gun. He completes it to Tate. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. I want to revisit some Week 9 numbers for the Bears and the Eagles as the Bears come back out here on offense. CD.
Are we going to revisit Bears numbers on offense?
Well, it wasn't good. You mentioned it was 19-0 at half. They were down to Philly. The Bears only had 9 yards of offense in those first 2 quarters and finished with just 164.
Hard to believe because we know the Bears are a defense-first team, but it's not like they don't have players on the offensive side of the ball. They've got people who can make plays, who can gain yardage, who can get into the end zone, and it just hasn't happened. I cannot believe we're saying this, but Chicago's lost 4 straight, and they're in last place in the NFC North after winning the division in 2018.
And the defense for New York.
Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick of the Cleveland Browns in 2017, has returned to his home area to play for the New York Giants. He's looking for an opportunity to really shine. Sharp in returning football on kickoffs and punts, the Giants believe he can fill the gap at safety for them.
Come on, 180. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
From the 25 on second down, Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Watch the curve.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. That's complete to the tight end, Braunecker. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
I'm coming.
Throwing on 2nd down, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
That's what I do. Quick edge. Come.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
180. Go.
Quick throw here, caught by Gabriel. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Yes. 7 seconds to Mike. Let's go.
On 2nd and goal, Trubisky. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flush to his right. He can run. Touchdown, Bears! They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was all capped off by Mitchell Trubisky's touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Jones hit, and the ball's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Riley Dixon now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Trubisky is going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Barkley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Barkley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From just shy of midfield, Jones, open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They'll run with Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that 1st run.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Here's Trubisky to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Let's put that team on the box.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Trubisky to throw again. It's complete. Javon wins the open man. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 44, Trubisky. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Out to his left. He may try and run for this. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Come on, 180! Switch.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down.
That's it. Big hit.
Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the 1st down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the 1st down.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Jones. Complete. Smith has it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Jones. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They go play action here on 1st down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Trubisky now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the 27, Trubisky, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And Robinson with a big catch. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here we go. Watch 10. Single.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Got a man open, it's Wims. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
Drop deep.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as well. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Ben Braunecker there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
10-2 stuff. Hey, watch the slap.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr., but a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. Now Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Jones now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Jones off the play fake, and his throw here is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. It's caught. Smith. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Rosas puts this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is. And was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away.
Let's go,
Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears set to begin their next drive. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
We got 4.
Now Trubisky to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Throwing here, Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
And New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Jones. That's caught by Penny. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Ready, ready. 70, Indy. Watch the curve, watch the curve. 5.
Jones now on first down. He's got Smith here. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
180. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They run. Montgomery. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Finding Gabriel complete. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
Watch the pass.
On first down, it's Cohen. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Again, it's Cohen. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do Just make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play. Good, strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams, but when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, the Bears break through and they block it. And they are going to take possession of the football. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
And however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They can't hang with us. Switch.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery, he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On second down now. It's Cohen, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense and go, sudden change, keep your poise, be ready to go. That's exactly what this group has done.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Here's Trubisky to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Javon Wims, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in as the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Now that was well back. What you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Come on, set. 15, run. 15, run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Spins away. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jones operating from the gun. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the dump-off. It's 2nd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
This is Cohen. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third.
I got you, boy.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
That's it, baby. We gon' work.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Jones now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing Jones, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Giants on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And Tate's got it. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Ready.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
Begin. Go.
On the draw, this is Barkley. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
We go. 70, Indy.
Army. 58 for Mike, 58.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. He completes it to Tate. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Down. 18, Gator.
Check back.
Go. 2.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go, boys. Bring it
Well,
on.
partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Jones. That's complete to Gallman. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
they can get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Golden picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Montgomery. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Trubisky will throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off at his own 46.
Pick, baby. You see it all day. Pick.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
58, right there.
We own them. We own them. Now.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Saquon Barkley with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as his guys are back within a single score. Rosas now to add the PAT. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you try to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Montgomery. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You got nothing.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Airing it deep for Fowler. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Ready?
Jones going to throw again. And this one complete to Smith. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
2nd and 5. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
44's the mic, 44's the mic. Check.
Jones now throwing on first down. It's caught. Smith. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
58.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. They'll run again here with Gallman. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
44, Mike.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They're not ready for this. Y'all playing the wrong football.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now Montgomery, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Set. Heading over.
Get the ball. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Caden Smith, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, he's got Smith here. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time is going to run off the clock.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The previous play is under review.
A gain on the play.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Put up! 180! Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey. You got three. Three down.
And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.